Welcome to Millennium Computers Fast Online Tutorials for Human Resource Reporting. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use the features on the reporting page, including changing the grid height to view more records, using custom column options, advanced options, and also how to save your report options as a pinned report. And I am going to use the Employee Summary reporting page to demonstrate all these options. There isn't quite enough room to see everything, so I'm going to show you a little trick you can use to make more room on the page. All you have to do is click the arrow on the right side of the title bar. And the fast header at the top is hidden, and you gain almost an inch of space to work with. As on all standard fast reporting pages, the report options open with 3 tabs. And they are the filter options, the advanced options, and pinned reports. I will go over the filter options first, display the report, and then later I will show you the advanced options and what you can do with pinned reports. But before that, I want to talk about page notes. Notes are specific to the reporting page you are on and only display if notes have been added for this page. You can add and edit the notes if you have the admin role. You can also hide the notes if you don't want to see them. When you open the reporting page, the filter options open by default. Before you run the report, you'll want to select at least one filter to minimize the amount of records in the data grid. And I am going to select the East Central region for the DICD code. I opened the list for this filter control by clicking inside the box, but you can also click the green plus icon to open the list. I am only going to use the one filter, but you can select as many as you want. And now I'm going to run the report. Note how 15 of 376 records are showing, and there is also some blank space at the bottom of the list. To show more lines, all you have to do is change the records per page. And now 50 records are listed. You can use the scroll bar within the data grid to see the records, but there is another way to view more of them on your screen. It might be a little bit hard to see in this tutorial, but it is a great option if you have a larger monitor. You can use the grid height option and click the arrow or move the slider, which is what I will do. There are more records showing, and everything at the bottom of the page has been moved down. Because every situation is different, you can adjust the grid height and records per page to suit your needs. This tutorial uses a smaller window, so I am going to reset the grid height, but leave the records per page at 50. If you want more than 15 or 50 records to display in the data grid when you run reports, you can change it in your user profile. Click Edit and then open the list for the records per page. You can change it to any of the amounts in the list, and these amounts may be different at your institution. And now I am going to show you some of the other things you can do on a reporting page. At the bottom right are icons that, when clicked, opens the applications so you can export the data on the page into any of 3 applications. Click this icon to open a PDF. All data from the report is exported into the PDF document, not just what is visible on the page. You also have the option to print the report. You can export the data into an Excel spreadsheet. And again, all data from the report is exported into Excel. You can also export to XML format and insert into a database application. Click File and then Save As to save the file to your computer hard drive. On any human resource reporting page, when you see a column that has a blue underlined hyperlink, it means you can click the link to drill down for more information. The next thing I am going to show you is what you can do with columns in a report. Please note that column settings are optional, and your institution may not use them in some columns, or at all for that matter. However, there are several different things you can do, starting with custom column filters, which are different than filter options in that you can filter on the items in the column. Click the heading for the column you want to filter, and then click Apply. You can search for items that are like, not like, equal, or not equal to what you enter. When you select Equal, only records that match exactly to what you type will be in the list. Because I typed 3500, only those records with that home org are listed. If I had selected Not Equal, then all records except home orgs of 3500 would be listed. Now back to the custom filters for this column. I'm going to change the option to like, which is the default. Type 43 and then click Apply. And now, only home organization codes starting with 43 are listed on the page. When you are finished using the custom column filters, all you have to do is click Remove. Another thing you can do is sort by columns in the report. You can sort in ascending or descending order, and I will sort ascending. Now there is an arrow in the column title indicating the sort order. You can also set the sort in the advanced options, and I will show that to you later. If you don't want a column to display in the data grid, you have the option to remove it. And now that the column is gone, how do I get it back? Well, I'll show you. It is in the Advanced Options, which is a tab in the Report Options. And to open the Report Options, you can do one of the following three things. At the bottom of the page, click the Show Report Options icon. At the top right, click the Show Options button, or click anywhere on the Report Options title bar. I prefer this option because I can click anywhere on the width of the bar. You can see how the report options opened and expanded, pushing the data grid down. This is a handy option if you don't quite remember which filter options you use to run your report and need to see them. Because I hid the termination column, the checkbox is not selected, and the group function and column sort lists don't show either. I am selecting the checkbox because I do want the termination column to show in the report. Previously, I mentioned you could sort columns a different way, and this is where it is, in the Advanced Options section. In the data grid, I sorted the class column ascending, and as you can see, the column name has been added to the sort order box on the right. You can sort by more than one column, and I am also sorting by the dist org. I want the report to be sorted by the dist org first, and then the class. All I have to do is select the dist org and then click the Up button. The distribution org column is sorted first, and then the class column is sorted second, and also the termination column is back in the data grid. And now I'll go back to the advanced options to show you the group functions. With group functions, it is best to use 2 or 3 columns at the most, so I am going to clear the checkboxes for the columns I don't want. I am using the employee ID, gender, and class columns and applying the group function of count to the employee ID column. With the group function applied, the report shows a count of how many employees are in each class by gender. And now let's say you want to run this particular report on a regular basis, but don't want to go through the process of selecting the options every time. All you have to do is click the Save as Pinned Reports button that is located below the data grid. The filter options open with a dialog box located below the filter controls. I will call this report Count by Class. And my description will be Class Count by Gender and Employee. You can make this report public if you want others with access to this page to see this pinned report. Click Save and then close the yellow message boxes. And now I'm going to look at the pinned reports to see what happened. The report I just saved is called Count by Class and is listed in the Public Reports section. My personal pinned reports are in the top section and only I can see them. You can use your mouse to hover over the icon to see the description. You can do the same thing for the More Info icon, where it lists when the report was created, the last time it was executed, and how many times it was executed. In this pinned report section, you can execute the report. You can execute the report and create it in PDF, Excel, or XML format. Another option is to email any of those formats to another user. You can also delete the report from here or edit it, and by edit, I mean edit the name and description. For more detailed information, you can access the online help files from the menu.